Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Crash Landing with Light. And apparently, if I sift all the gravel, I'll get some cake. Well, I sifted 16 stacks of the stuff. Still no sign of cake. However, we did get all of this up here. I pre-smashed and smelted the iron because we're going to need it this episode. Left everything as it is, so you can see, got ourselves 9 diamonds. We're going to do some stuff with that. I also grabbed this stuff to put down here because I anticipate needing it. I know we're going to use the TNT, at least one of the glass, and this stuff might come in handy. So, for right now, absolutely want to grab the diamonds. Why? I'm upgrading my armor. We could make a chest plate, but that would get in the way of our camel packs. So, let's make ourselves some boots and a hat. Hat and boots. Now let's keep an eye on our temperature gauge to see if these have any significant effect. Well, they don't change my perception of the ambient temperature. It's possible that they just passively help me to stay cool and or warm. Who knows? But kicking ourselves up to twice our previous armor value is good enough for me. Next up, you can see that I've expanded this place a bit, cleaned things up a little. I now know where my gun is, just in case I need to shoot something. Aquabot is working great. Got quite a bit of dirt from the dirt machine. Sifted a bit of it, got some grass seed. Hello, spider. How did you get past my defenses? Fairly certain you didn't spawn in here. Fairly certain. Let's hit F7. Come on, F7. Pretty sure F7 should work. It does not seem to be working. Well, F7 is supposed to show you where things could or could not spawn. Oh, there it goes. I was just out of range. So if we walk around the base, we should see that everything inside is lit up enough. And hey, look, we got a bunch of grass. I haven't bone mealed it, so I don't have any of the fancy seeds yet. But that's okay. I don't really need them. At least not yet. I will get them sooner rather than later, maybe between episodes. But looking around, it doesn't really look like there's anywhere he could have spawned. So somehow he managed to defeat my defenses. Don't like that. But so it goes. We don't really need that string. Let's see. What do we need? Let's ask Impa. If we click here, still haven't killed an Enderman. They're a bunch of jerks. But we do need all these pressure chambers. Pressure chamber blocks. So what we're going to need is some more compressed iron. And I didn't do that off camera because I figured y'all might want another explosion. And why, oh why, is that no good? Where did I put that stuff? Here's that stuff. Look at that. That's bad news. Let's put it right there. That's all lit up now. Anything else being weird? Oh, speaking of weird, I found the heat culprit. It was this slab furnace. See the heat levels now in the yellow? Boom! Boom! In the red. It's not running. It's just sitting there. Doing nothing. But apparently generating tons of heat. So he's going in the chest. Never to be heard from again. In the meantime, let's grab some iron, some TNT. We're going to need a piece of glass. Everything else can probably stay. And let's blow some stuff up. And here we are. If you missed last episode, all I'm going to do is chuck some iron into the hole. Cover the hole in TNT. The slabs help to keep it aligned. Don't want it wandering off. Push the button. Hide over here. And kablamo! And we pick up our iron. 59 should be enough. That's good. you do get a bit of a loss. We put in like a stack and a quarter, and we get less than a stack out. Not great, but when working with TNT, you can't expect to come through, you know, unscathed. We also need some of these pressure tubes. And over here, somewhere, pressure tubes and an air compressor. Those are going to be important. I tried to get a little organized, but it just didn't happen. I'll try again next time. I made a couple of barrels, but in the end, it's still really disorganized. So we need one set of these pressure tubes, pressure chamber valves. I'm going to make some windows because we need at least one. And it's kind of fun to watch your things get compressed. And then from this, that's still not going to be enough, is it? So we need 26 blocks in total. This is going to get us 25. Which leads me to believe I still have some compressed iron somewhere. I do! Oh, thank goodness. Did not want to have to make some more iron, because I have sifted so much stuff. Okay, now we've got enough blocks. In the meantime, let's come down here and grab some creeper plant seeds. We've got tons of these from all the creepers dying in our trap. We're going to grab a bit of coal, because we're going to need that to fuel the compressor. And then we come up here and find a place to put it. So yeah, if you look over here, I've got these barrels set up. They're not automated or anything. You just come down, open up the chest, and then pull out the things that need to go into a barrel. And you put them there manually. It's not great. I'll make something better eventually. But like the storage situation, it's not particularly urgent. I know, you're like, but Light, you did all of this decoration. That's not imperative. Well, you're right. Choices needed to be made, and I made a choice. Be happy I made a choice at all. Do tend to be a little on the indecisive side, so let's see. I don't really want it to be nighttime, because there could be ghasts and ghast carrying splitting creepers and dropping them on my head. And I just don't want to deal with that. So we're going to make it daytime. We'll live with the heat. We've got plenty of camel packs. It'll be fine. Okay. Now, where do we want it? We don't want it on our grass patch. We worked hard to make this grass. We don't want to ruin it. Eventually, we're going to spread that out everywhere and make it nice and lush in here. Probably tear down the spacecraft and build ourselves a house, but that's the future. We don't need to worry about that in this episode. What we do need to worry about is this pressure chamber. Let's grab all these blocks and build ourselves one. So, we need a base. We need the valve pointing towards an air block in the middle. So we're going to put it here, because we're going to put our air compressor out here somewhere. We're going to put our windows here and here and here. That is not how I want you. That is a useless window. That is bordering on not a window. Let's try that again. Window. Much better. Actually, what we're really going to want eventually is one of these pressure chamber interfaces. Compressed iron, hopper, and a pneumatic cylinder. Pneumatic cylinder takes plastic from rain plant seeds. Don't got any of those. So, as it stands, we're going to have to live with the chamber we've got. Let's put that there, and that there. Let's see. We're going to need a couple of blocks. So let's grab ourselves some dust for now for a cute little temporary staircase. Because we need to be able to get up on top of this thing. Because we could try to throw things from the side, but don't expect that to go too well. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll fix those later. And then what we do is we take our creeper plant seeds and just chuck them in. And then we seal off the top. And we should now have a pressure chamber. Woohoo! Let's hit O to take any eye away for a bit. Okay, so we've got plenty of air. No real pressure. It's just the pressure at whatever level we're at. So it's not much of a pressure chamber per se. Now what we need is some pipes to pipe in some compressed air. And then a thingamajig to create said compressed air. And there we go. So if we look in here, you've got the yellow, which means not going to do anything. Green meaning good, red meaning kaboom! Don't overpressure your stuff. These pipes can take 5 bar, I think. The pressure chamber can take 5 bar. And this guy can take 5 bar. So, yeah, if you stay below 5, you should be pretty well set. And now we're going to chuck in a piece of coal and see how far it gets us. Now this might take a little bit, so we'll see how quickly this little guy moves. And it's not so fast. You can control these things with redstone. Problems? No problems. Yay. So you can run this on redstone, so you can turn it off when the pressure gets too high. Yeah, there are things that'll do that. Nice little thing that tells you about stuff. Upgrades tells you what the upgrades do. So you can give it speed upgrades. It'll be faster, but less efficient. Eventually, we're not going to care about efficiency. However, that also means you could get into the danger zone faster than you really should. You can build in safety valves, which jettison any extra pressure. So let's see. This one piece of coal got us to about half a bar. Ugh. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. So 2/3, maybe 3/4. So we don't want to put in 5 of them. So let's put in 1, 2, 3, 4. And check into our sweating. Yep, we're out of water. And then put that back on. Now this is going to chug away for a little bit. Chug, 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 chug. You'll see that the pressure between these two is balanced, because that's how pressure works. When you've got a closed system, the pressure wants to equalize across all of the things in that closed system. So the pressure over here is the same as the pressure in these pipes and the pressure inside this chamber. We can check on that pressure here, and it'll give us the exact number. And then it shows the little bit of math that shows how it is they got to it being 1 bar. You've got the volume, you've got the amount of air. That shows how compressed the air is. This thing, too, could have problems. No valid items in the chamber. What? Ugh. All is for naught if there's nothing good in the chamber. I put creeper seeds in there. Oh, wait. They're not creeper seeds anymore. I was waiting for it to go up to 5. It doesn't need to go anywhere close. Let's grab another piece of dust for getting back out. I hear you, spider. Here I was thinking we were going to have a problem. Went smoother than expected. And that's why you put in windows. So you can be like, oh, that's what's going on. Hear that sound? That's the sound of compressed air escaping. Escape. Okay, we're going to leave the lid open for now, because we might need to chuck more things in. You don't want to fuel this thing while that's open. It's just going to let all the air out, poof, all the way back down to 0. The interface will let you only lose a tiny bit for putting things in. It's got a nice little airlock. You open one side, put stuff in, close it, open the other side. You only lose the amount of air in the airlock. So much better than letting the whole thing out. So we've got ourselves some green plastic now. It's the only real kind of plastic we can afford to do right now. We did get the lightning plant seeds back here. So we'll eventually be able to plant some lightning seeds. So putting pressure to work, we did that stuff. Making it work, I suppose we should have read some of that. So yeah, you toss it in the middle. You lose a bit of air. Better way of doing that, but we'll do that later. I have a rubber tree. I've gotten so much rubber you wouldn't believe. All those conveyor belts, they take rubber. I was very happy when I got that rubber tree seed. It was fantastic. Okay, so putting it together, making it work. We're going to get some pneumatic servos. We can get what looks like green plastic. We don't need none of your green plastic. Machine upgrade speed. Squid plant seeds. Love the idea of squid plant seeds. Gimme! I hope you plant those in water and they make squid. That would be awesome. What was that sound? Are you making sounds, tough spider? See, I told you, there's always a tough spider. Okay, so we could come over here, measuring pressure. A pressure gauge tube is very handy. Not only does it measure the bars of pressure in your system, it also emits a redstone signal of a strength twice that of the pressure it detects. With very little thought, you should be able to use this to keep the system at safe pressure levels. As a warning though, the compressor will not stop instantly. It must fully consume the fuel it was burning first. So you make one of these, you get some more compressed iron. I suppose let's just check the recipe on that. That's an advanced one. We just want a regular one. Oh, and it even gives you the formula there. Redstone equals 2 times the pressure. So at 5 bar, 10 redstone. Pressure gauge, we could have gotten that from one of the quests. Pressure tube we got. Redstone, we've got 2. Not too much more than 2, but 2. Gold and compressed iron. I think we can manage that. Went a little Jimmy Stewart there on you. Did I use the gold for something? Because I know I smelted gold for one of the quests. I don't remember what I used it for. What would I have used gold for? My clock. That's what I would have used gold for. Silly me, thinking I would, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Silly me thinking I would have kept gold laying around. Okay, so that's that. Let's grab a coal. Oh, we've got plenty of coal. And go up to the regular old vanilla furnaces that, believe it or not, don't cause immense amounts of heat. Weird. Okay, so gold and a thing. While that's melting, we'll check out the other things that Impa wants us to do. Losing air. They want to make a chamber interface, but I need seeds I don't have for that. I wonder if it'll tell me how to do that. With a quick look at an NEI, you realize you'll be needing quite a lot of pneumatic crack plastic seeds. Some can be gotten easily. You should already have some creeper seeds and perhaps ender seeds from the respective monsters. Oh, well, I haven't killed any ender jerks lately, so so it goes. Squids seem seeds work the same way as do slime seeds. Eventually I'll find some slimes. In any case, if you sift enough dirt to get grass seeds... I scrolled too far. You can then combine those with dyes to get any pneumaticraft seed you need. Please note the seeds are planted by dropping them on the ground, not by right-clicking on the ground. Also, helium seeds float up, so they will need to be planted on the ceiling. All new Metacraft seeds respond to bone meal. 2 is all you need. This makes manual harvesting rather easy. Automation, however, is a bit more complex and will take a bit more imagination. Okay, so I'm glad it told me how to make those seeds. Any I might have told me too. Exposure. Now that we have gotten this far, we can get started on laying the foundation for pretty much all technological progression, the PCB. To start, you simply need to toss a compressed iron and a piece of green plastic in the pressure chamber. Simple enough. That is pretty simple. And blueprint for success. Repeatable quest. 4 days and 0 hours. The next big step will be making PCBs. To do that, you'll need a blueprint. Give me a few ingredients. I will set that up for you. If you somehow lose your blueprint, this quest can be repeated. So, 1 compressed iron, 1 etching acid bucket, 1 emerald, and 1 plastic. Well, plastic's easy, emeralds are easy, compressed iron is easy, etching acid bucket, I don't know. There's one down here. We'll have to check into that. But for now, our gold is done. We can come over here, a compressed iron, and the gold. Yeah, that's not how it worked. There, we got our pressure gauge. We'll need this and some redstone. Redstone, no, redstone. Yeah, run a little low. Need to sift some more dust. We only need 2. And let's see. It was 1 of these, and 1 of those, and 2 of those. Pow. How do you like that, Impa? Pow! Give me those compressed iron. And there we are. That didn't open up anything for us, but it got us some more compressed iron, which we'll need for doing various things. We're pretty close to the episode end here, but let's take a look at these different seeds. Who's making that noise? Oh, they're outside. Okay, so we got regular seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, ender lily seeds, squid plant seeds, which I'm pretty sure I got from something, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so ink sac and grass seeds. Nice. Fire is from rose red and grass. So once I start bone mealing things, I'll get various dyes. Cocoa beans. How do we get cocoa beans? From sand. I haven't been sifting sand, so I haven't gotten the cocoa beans, the cactus seeds, or the ancient spores. So that might be a little trickier. Lapis we've got. Purple dye. What? From blue and red. Right. Cyan from blue and green. Gray from ink sac and the bone meal. Pink is from red and white. Lime is from red and white. Yellow get from the bone meal. Light blue is from blue and white. Propulsion. Interesting. Orange, red and yellow. And then plain old white. So what it sounds like is I'm going to be sifting tons of dirt and bone mealing tons of stuff. But that's not something to do on camera. That's grindy things to get interesting seeds. Because we've got the creeper plant seeds. So we could plant those, see what they do. But we get them in spades. They give us plenty of green plastic. So we don't necessarily need those right away. I really want to see what these squid plant seeds do. You toss them in water and they do stuff. But that's pretty much all the time I got for today. Zombie does not approve. He thinks I should do more. But he's a jerk, so I'm done. That's the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to Metacraft in Crash Landing. It's been pretty safe in here. Only one spider managed to sneak by our defenses. So yeah, have yourself a good time until the next episode. And I'll see you in the next episode of Crash Landing with Light.